The New York Giants are at home week 7. Not much time left for them if they want to turn things around. Wait, sorry, is time a sensitive subject? G-Men taking on interdivision rival Washington, the Commanders climbing back to the 500 mark last week.
Ritter on the slant, intercepted!
Washington 3-3 on the year, losses to Philadelphia, Buffalo, and Chicago. That's the one that doesn't fit, because they've taken care of their mid or basic opponents so far. Wins over Arizona, Denver, last week Atlanta.
Fake to Gibson, he walks it in for a touchdown.
Are the Giants a mid team? I don't know. Washington doesn't have some magical formula they use to beat their meddling opponents. Just finish the game with more points, doesn't matter how. One game, it might be their quarterback Sam Howell leading the way. He threw 3 touchdowns last week, no INTs, rating near 120.
He's got a wide open man, that's Robinson. Parker's ahead, inside the 10, 5, touchdown!
But they've won a game when he struggled. Another game, it might be their defense locking up the opposing quarterback. They did that last week too. Picked off Desmond Ritter 3 times, held him to a rating under 70.
Just barely gets it off, Ritter chucks it, intercepted! Picked off!
They've also won a game when the opposing quarterback plays well, though. The point is, they've done just enough to pull out 3 victories. New York, on the other hand, hasn't.
Taylor over the top to Waller, can't bring it in, and the Bills win!
Giants stuck on 1 win still. They don't come into this game just mad at the refs. They're just as mad at themselves. See, there's this little hand and a big hand on a clock, and a really skinny hand that you should pay especially close attention to.
Barkley, he's trying to run, he's not going to get there. Can they get it down? I don't think so. Giants trying to get on the ball, they can't, and that's a terrible, terrible clock management end of the half.
Mallory would tell you that's how you get ants, and that's how you become the lowest scoring team in the NFL. Yes, even New England's offense has passed the Giants by. They sit at just 11.8 points per game.
Taylor trying to escape. He'll be sacked.
They do have a chance to dabble in the paint a little more this week, in theory at least. Washington's defense giving up 29.3 a game. Only 2 teams have allowed more points than them.
Touchdown, DJ Moore!
Oh yeah? Well, look next door, Washington. That's New York's defense right next to you, giving up 27.8 per contest.
Fires a dart in the back of the end zone, DK, touchdown! Seahawks!
Giants and Commanders defenses both played better than their season totals last week. Washington played the run much better. They've given up 4.5 a carry on the year, but they held Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier under 4 yards per run.
Slips the tackle, gets in the backfield, disrupts his play immediately. Tyler Algier had nowhere to go on that one.
Can they keep that going? New York got Saquon back week 6. Barkley ran for 93 yards, broke off a 34-yarder, so he's feeling better.
To the secondary. Barkley bouncing to the outside. Saquon Barkley.
Washington's play versus Ritter also better compared to their season numbers, and it's the Commanders' pass rush that could really impact this game. They're tied for 5th most sacks in the NFL.
Ritter chased by 2 and he's got him!
Couple their pass rush with this, Giants QB's 33 sacks taken. Only 1 team has taken more.
Taylor, pressure off the edge, he's going down.
The 1 team, by the way, will be on the field with New York, so it's like a Jay and Silent Bob reunion, or Harold and Kumar, Cheech and Chong, take your pick. Rare 2 grass experts are together at the same time, but Howell took 5 more sacks last week, so he knows the green stuff better than anybody.
Howell in trouble, nowhere to go, and down he goes!
Can the Giants take advantage of that? Howell took 5 sacks in 1 game. They have 5 sacks for the entire season, which is why they've struggled to slow quarterbacks.
That was maybe the strangest touchdown I've ever seen. Hollywood Brown just broke the plane and stopped on the goal line.
To slow Howell, New York has to slow down 2 guys primarily, both wideouts. Curtis Samuel, 42 yards week 6, 40 to 65 yards in 5 of their 6 games.
Howell over the middle, and Samuel reaching back, he's got it.
And then there's Terry McLaurin.
Howell rolling right, throws on the run to McLaurin, he's got him at the 25.
Giants secondary played Josh Allen tough enough in their tough luck loss.
I don't think I could have imagined this defense coming out and dominating this first half the way that they have.
But they did give up 100 yards to Stephon Diggs, and they have allowed a 107.9 rate to wide receivers, only 4 teams worse.
Allen throws. Diggs catches to the 36-yard line.
Giants passing attack, the big X factor. Tyrod Taylor filled in for Daniel Jones versus Buffalo, 200 yards passing, just 5.6 yards per attempt, no touchdowns, low 80s rating. Nothing special.
This is a Giant offense that has not scored a touchdown in 203 minutes and 40 seconds.
Darius Slayton at least hauled in 69 yards, Wan'Dale Robinson 62.
Tyrod Taylor back to work. He'll complete it to Wan'Dale Robinson with some space.
And Washington did struggle with Drake London, gave up over 120 yards to him, and they've been worse than New York against wide receivers. They've given up a 110.1 rate to the position, only 2 teams were.
Mims is there inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Denver!
Rivalry NFC East style, it's been a wacky year already, so no telling what could happen, but tell everyone what you think happens in the comment section. Our panel of 10 will do the same on the screen.